Hey, cutie pies, I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. All right, guys, today is Monday, September the 19th, 2022. Let's jump right into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a solid 7. All right, so we see Tracy and Kyle. Tracy is letting Kyle know that they're making plans for this surprise wedding that Kyle has. And she says, Kyle, I think you might want to tell Summer about the surprise because everything that she didn't get to do last time, she's not gonna get to do this time. Like, who is her maid of honor? What about the bachelorette party, the time spent planning with her mom and her friends and talking about, everything and how they wanted it. And he was like, so you think it's a bad idea? Should I tell her? And Summer comes in. She's like, tell me what? And Tracy said, I'm going to leave that to you guys. I wish they could give Tracy more of a storyline instead of letting her be like the supportive, character. But anyways, so Kyle, finally he just gets down on one knee. I'm not gonna hold y'all long, and he tells Summer, you've been so supportive of me. We've been through some trials and tribulations, and everybody says we're young, but we've spent a lifetime. It feels like going through things, and you support me. When you found out I had a child, she said that Harrison is my son, adoptive or not. He's my son, a biological or not. And he says, I know. And he was just like, I just thank you for loving me, for loving Harrison. And you've been, the girl of his dreams pretty much. And so he gets down on one knee and says, will you marry me? And she was like, yes. And then she told him, I'm glad Tracy made you come to your senses, because I wouldn't have wanted a surprise wedding. She wants to be involved in it all. And he says, Nikki's going to the Foresters. And she says, we want to wear Marquetti. He said, yeah, but we couldn't get the dress. We had to go to Forrester. And she was like, because, we couldn't do the dress Marquetti and you not find out. And she was like, okay, I understand. She said, but everything else she want to be in on. So that's it, y'all. So then we see Phyllis and Diane, and they just going at it again. So Diane is just like, I know you planted that on my computer. And Phyllis said, girl, that is too immature. I would never do that. She said, but we did. I just had a meeting with Mariah, and she says, you're doing a great job for a novice. And then Diane lets her know that I'm going to be writing the press release for Marquetti home decor and everything. And she said, what? You're so inexperienced. Phyllis she pretty much just saying, really just telling Diane, like, you don't have enough experience. You don't, she's downplaying Diane's contributions to the company, and what she can do and everything, and making her seem like she's more of an intern than having a legit job with the company or whatever. But Diane is like, I know you did this. You just can't help yourself. You always got to take a job. She said, but what you're doing actually brought me closer to Kyle, and I'm so grateful for that or whatever. And Phyllis like, go on. And Diane is like, whatever. So then Jack comes out, and I said, first of all, Jack, whose daddy are you? Like, because he come out, he said, you don't have to tell me, but Diane says you planted something on her computer or something happened. Did you do it? I said, you are not Phyllis' dad. And as a matter of fact, you told her you don't even like her like that anymore, so leave her alone. Like, you don't get the right to come tell her this. I know he's over Jabot, but this is Marquetti business, as you always try to say. It's up to Colin Summer. So, and yeah, keep on moving. And she says, no, I didn't do it or whatever. And he was like, good, and all that. That was it with them, child. So then Kyle and Summer come through, and Summer is all smiles. And I said, why is Phyllis just sitting out in this hallway? Why won't you go in your office? I don't understand stuff sometimes, child. But anyway, so Phyllis is out in the hallway, and they come up, and Phyllis is like, everything okay? And Kyle said, it should be. And he says, is my dad here? And she was like, yeah, he's in his office. And so then Summer says, I found out, I know. And Phyllis is like, what? So then Phyllis and Summer talk, and she just tells her, I know about the wedding, and I'm super excited about it. And so Phyllis said, she said, I can't believe you were going to let them do a surprise wedding. She said, no. She said, that was the worst idea. And Summer was like, it really was. So they started talking about the planning and stuff. And, Phyllis got to take, she asked Phyllis about the whole thing with Diane, and Phyllis, No, of course you're gonna say no, she didn't do it. And honestly, if Phyllis did it, I think she just did it as a decoy to throw them off, because that's too, like, it seems so immature for Phyllis to do. So, anyways, Kyle goes and he talks to Jack, and he lets Jack know that he told Summer, and she said, "Oh my gosh, thank goodness." And he said, "What? Only Tracy? Tracy was the one who told me." He said, "Well," Jack said, "Who told?" And he said, "I did." And he was like, "Good." And he said, "Well, Tracy told me Summer would want to be in on it." And Jack was just like, "Yeah, because that was a horrible idea, surprising her." And he was like, "Why wouldn't anybody tell me that? Why was Tracy the only one who had the guts to tell me?" And Jack was like, "Well, you just looked so happy when you were planning, and nobody wanted to hurt your feelings." And so then they start to talk about everything going on with Diane and Phyllis. And he said, "Should we have brought them on?" But Jack says, sit them down and give them an ultimatum. Like, tell them y'all are going to have to get along. No more of this nasty niceness, or whatever, throwing little jabs and snide remarks at each other. Y'all gonna have to get along. And that's pretty much what it was. So then Summer and Kyle meet up at Society, and they talk about, how excited they are. And Summer says, "My mom couldn't help but let it be known that she's more important because she's the mother of the bride, not the boring groom." It was Kyle said, "Not the boring groom." She said, "No, I mean, but yeah." So, anyways, they just say, "Let's have a meeting with them and just sit down and let them know, what is what." And she said, "Okay." So then Phyllis is on the phone with Nikki, and she's like, "Nikki, what are you doing in California? I would feel better if you told me." But Nikki's not telling, not giving going into all the details. She does know she's meeting with Deacon, but she's not going into all the details. So, anyway, she said, "I got it over here. You just do what you're supposed to do in California." And then Summer says, "Can you meet me at the side Society?" She sends Phyllis a text, and Phyllis says, "On my way." So then Phyllis and Diane arrive at the same time, and Phyllis is like, "Are you stalking me?" And Diane's like, "No, Kyle said he wanted to meet me here." And Diane was talking, and Phyllis said, "Shut up." And she said, "I beg your pardon." and Phyllis says, "They're watching us. They did this on purpose." So they look and see Kyle and Summer watching, and they say, "You better play." Phyllis is like, "You better play nice." Excuse me, Diane tells Phyllis that. And that's it with y'all. Y'all, I don't know where they're going with this storyline, but it feels like it's taken a long time. This started at the beginning of the summer, right? Was it like the spring, summer? And it feels like it's just spinning. It's just just cruising. Nothing's really happening with it. But how many times can we see Phyllis and Diane just take jabs at each other? Move it along, please. And let's move on. Ooh, y'all. So y'all know, right? Okay, listen. Y'all know we had saw Adam comes to Sally's hotel room, and she thinks it's room service. Why does nobody have a place to stay? Like, why are y'all not in an apartment? Why are y'all living out of hotels? You know what I mean? Like, you've been there long enough. Y'all are making CEO and COO money. Why are y'all in hotels instead of living in apartments or homes? And I don't know. I mean, even it, we could okay. Let move on, Nikki. So, anyways, so Sally is in her hotel because she and Nick just finished being together or whatever, and she said, the food is late. We're gonna have to cancel it." But then the doorbell rings or a knock on her door, and so she's like, "Oh, that's the food. We can eat real quick." And so she opens the door, and it's Adam. And Nick come walking behind Sally, to see who's at the door. And Adam come in, and he says, "Why are you here, Nick?" And Nick says, "That's none of your business, Adam." Child. And I said, "This is about to be a mess, and I am intrigued." And Sally said, "What are you doing here, Adam?" And he says, "I would like Nick to answer that my question first or whatever." So he wondering, are y'all being intimate together? What y'all doing? And so Sally says, "Adam, I told you last night. I don't understand why you didn't get the message, but I told you last night I didn't want to see you again. And now you show up at my hotel." And she said, "What do you want?" He says, "I want to talk to you, but I want to do it in private without Nick being here." And so Nick is like, "I'm not leaving." But Sally tells him, "Nick, it's fine. I just need to talk to Adam this little bit in private. I'll meet you at work." And he's like, "All right." So then Adam and Sally talking. He was like, "You sleeping with my brother, Sally?" I said, "That's not your business, sir. That's not your business. I understand that's his brother. Listen to me. I understand that's his brother. But Adam has dogged Sally out all summer long. He's just dogged her out. I liked them as a couple. I liked how supportive Sally was of Adam. I liked, I liked them as a couple. But when she was literally crying, begging him to be with her, to let her in on what he was doing, when she was just begging the man, like, what he called her pathetic. you know, he told her, like, look at you. You're causing a scene in public. She tried to kiss him. She did everything to try to make Adam just be truthful with her. And now Sally is like, I feel like a part of Sally is like, I want to be with Adam, but another part is like, you did me so dirty, I don't want to be with you. And now that Nick been intimate with her and they got this chemistry, she like, I'm pretty much done now. I wanted Sally and Adam together as a couple, but I didn't like how he treated her. The first week when he was doing it, I was like, okay, but y'all still got a chance to be together. But Adam got downright cruel to Sally. Like, it was humiliating to watch. Like, at some points it was like, girl, you know me, you my girl, but I can't watch you just the I can't watch you just go after this man, and he keeps telling you, I don't want you, even though we know Adam was doing that so she could keep her job and everything. But he went too far with it, and Sally pretty much tells him the same thing. She was like, I begged you to tell me. I was your number one fan, I was your number one supporter, and you didn't care. You still went on this mission all on your own. You didn't trust me to tell me what was going on. You didn't care how I felt or whatever. You just had what you wanted to do. And she doesn't want that in a partner. She wants someone who's open and honest, and talk to her and can tell her things and let her in on what's going on. And she said, it's not you. So I told you last night, and I'm telling you again, don't bother me again. I'm over you. I don't want to see you. I need space from you. And Adam is just like he can't believe it, but Sally just like, I done moved on. You should do the same. I said, well, okay then, Sally. So then, that's supposed to be Nick. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyways, Chloe talks to Nick. I mean, yeah, Nick, and she's just like, have you seen Sally? And he was like, yeah. And then so he's giving Sally these rave reviews because she said, he was like, why are you worried? And she said, because Adam was looking for her and I don't want her, going down that path. And he was like, Sally's strong and she's gonna do what she has to do. And she, you got to give her more credit than that. She's gonna do what she has to do, and she's focused now, and she knows she made a mistake. And he's just praising Sally. He's really but Nick has been doing this with Sally before he slept with her. He liked her. He was the one who told Victoria, give her a chance or whatever. And so Chloe was like, I didn't know you two were that close. Mind your business, Chloe. This ain't got nothing to do with you. You need to mind your business. And she was like, I didn't know you two were that close, but okay. He said, well, we go and see CEO. I'm her CEO to the parent company, to Newman Media, so yeah, we have meetings together. You've been in some of them. She was like, yeah. She's like, I just want Sally to move on from Adam or whatever. So then Adam comes to Crimson Lights because that's where he saw Sally. I mean, So Adam comes to Crimson Lights and he sees Nick or whatever, and they start talking. And he says, are you sleeping with Sally? And Nick just turns that around. I said, now, Nick, you gaslighting. He says, oh, Sally is not like Chelsea, and she's not like Sharon. She's made of stronger stuff, and you didn't have your hooks in her long enough to degrade her and damage her the way you did those two. And Sally is stronger than what you were thinking she was. So if she don't want to be with you, it's because she doesn't want to be with you. And she realizes the type of toxic person that you are. And he said, that's good, Nick. That's really good. He said, but I thought we had made leeway. Here we had a common ground or whatever. And he says, plus I don't, and then Nick tells him something about Adam, like, you should, Nick says something to the degree of Adam, you should really stop while you're ahead or whatever, because Adam was going on about, well, what is dad going to say? He didn't want Sally with me. What is he going to say when he's with the golden boy? And what is Sharon going to say? And all this. And Nick is like, you should stop while you're ahead. And he says, oh, because we know what happens when you get mad. I said, see, Adam, I understand you upset because Nick is, sleeping with Sally. I understand it, but he would not have had this chance with Sally had you not treated her so badly. So on one hand, yeah, I feel bad for you because dang, Nick, you didn't have to sleep with her. You knew it was your brother's girl, but you and Nick are not really that close. And even when Nick says he understands you, he said, I mean, it don't make me like him more, but I understand what he's going through. And yeah, you treated my girl bad. So on one hand, I feel bad, but on another hand, I'm just like, this is what it's the soap. This is what happened. Let's move on. So then we see Sally and Chloe, and Sally said, "Did I miss anything?" Chloe said, "Uh." She said, "Except Nick came through and he was raving about your girl." And Sally said, what do you mean? And she said, yeah, he had a lot of compliments and everything for you. And so Chloe trying to hint around, but mind your business. As I said, Chloe, this ain't got nothing to do with you, although you don't want things getting too bad. But y'all, that was the Young and Restless today. I really wanted to see more about Nate and Victoria, because I want to see if Victoria gonna take him up on this. Because to me, that Nate looks like a snake doing that, trying to get the company from Lily and Devon. And I said Devon is gonna regret merging with them. And it seems like he already does. But anyways, y'all, that's neither here or there. That was the Young and the Restless today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and a great start to your Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.